Hello participants, I welcome you to this particular introduction section, and this introduction about ground improvement, and many of you might have taken my or attended my two courses before. One was soil mechanics and foundation engineering, and I hope it was beneficial to you. And this year again I am introducing another course, ground improvement. It is a very important subject for civil engineering, and of course, lot of practical experience is required to handle these subjects. And I am since the content of the course, how it will go, for that purpose to inform about that, I just came today to introduce the course. And for this I have used a few slides. This is the slides perhaps some of you might have seen before, because I have used in some of the courses, and I like this slide mainly because this is a slide where I could show all details of civil engineering here. And that means one part of the, if you travel from one part of the earth to another part, or suppose for India, if you travel from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, then you will be seeing around different type of structures, and those structures are founded on different types of ground condition, and you can see that different type of structures here. For example, this is a slope, this is a natural slope, this is clad slope, this is some water bodies, then embankment dam, then there is a multi-storied building, tunnel, then there is some transmission towers, like that. Different structure, civil engineering structure are there, and for every structure there is a need of foundation, and this foundation actually will be on the soil or earth. And if you travel different places, this soil condition or ground condition will not be same, and because of that, if you see that if you go towards hilly area, they will get very good soil condition, whereas if you move towards sea, you may not get that good soil condition, and as a result, some of the soils are suitable for building foundations, building structures, but some of the soils may not be suitable. And 100 years back, we could have avoided those unsuitable soil, but now because of the increase of population, we have to use those unsuitable ground also. And when you will use those unsuitable ground, then you have to make suitable for any foundation. So, that purpose actually, so unsuitable and suitable means what? Actually, the soil which creates some problem during service, they are called problematic soil. So, the problematic soil, I have mentioned some of the names. Problematic soil can be from natural soil. There are different kinds of natural soil. One is soft clay, then can be sealed, that can be organic soil, there can be loose sand, there can be expansive soil, there can be loess. They are all natural soil, and each of these soils are having some kinds of problem. That means, if you try to build something on it, then you will definitely will have some, we will face some problem. What are the different types of problem? Those problems are listed here. I will not go in details, because this, when I will be discussing this course, I will be giving details all those things. And similarly, sometime ground, the low ground, sometime it will be field and can be used for foundation purpose. So, field can be of different types. There can be uncontrolled field, there can be dredged material, there can be reclaimed field, there can be recycled material, there can be solid waste used field, and there can be bio based byproduct field. So, different kinds of these are the field. If you use again for foundation purpose, again you will have different types of problem in the building and structures. And so, before using these, what are the problems you may face, that has to be known, and because of that, this ground improvement course actually. Next one is actually, if you look at your literature, then we will see there is a large number of ground improvement methods are available. You can see reuse of waste material, biotreatment for subgrade, blasting, densification, chemical grouting injection, chemical stabilization of subgrade and base. Like that, there are hundreds of ground improvement techniques. I will not read all of them, but problem is that in a particular problematic soil, all methods will not be suitable. So, particular method will be suitable for a particular soil. So, that is the thing actually you have to understand. That means, first of all you have to understand what is the problematic soil, then what type of problem it can have, then what could be the probable solution, then what method is suitable for that. All those things actually has to be identified and determined by ground improvement techniques. So, this ground improvement techniques, so those are the issues what I have mentioned, all will be addressed in 12 weeks, and those 12 weeks actually are classified in this. Week 1 will be given introduction, that means we will be discussing about the problematic soil, how to utilize, how to improve it, and the perhaps the easiest method of ground improvement is that excavation and filling. Of course, if it is a small one, then it can be done, but when it is a large area to be improved, this method most of the time will not be suitable. So, those things will be discussed in the introduction. Then we will be doing shallow densification, then I will be doing deep dynamic compaction. Those are the weak bases I have mentioned here. Then we will discuss rapid impact compaction, then we will be discussing on vibro compaction, then we will be discussed drainage and dewatering, then we will be discussing on preloading and vertical drain for densification, then we will be discussing on grouting methods, then we will be discussing on chemical stabilization. Week 10 will be discussed on soil nailing and ground anchors, and then 11th and 12th weeks actually comparatively larger topics. Actually, geosynthetics can be used everywhere to improve the soil, but we will not be able to discuss in detail about that, but very briefly we will introduction, because geosynthetics itself is a separate subject. So, we will not go that detail, but briefly I will touch wherever this can be used and for ground improvement technique. So, with this actually our course will be covered, and I hope that if you all attend this course, definitely it will be benefit you, and with this hope I will welcome you to join this course, which will be soon will start from the NPTEL portal. Thank you.